it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass.
Welcome to Dial a Shovel, your local residential snow removal service. Please contact us if you have any questions. We look forward to helping you keep your property safe and clear. Our number is 774-634-6200.
It's the Really Charlie Podcast, a weekly show with the one person to make you say, "Really, Charlie?" on the Really Charlie Podcast. Tune in. It's the Really Charlie Podcast, a weekly show with the one person to make you say, "Really, Charlie?" on the Really Charlie Podcast. Tune in. It's the Really Charlie Podcast, making memories last. Your time, my time, we all shine on the Really Charlie Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie Podcast. I'm Charlie Perry, and I'm here to share some time with you. Hey, what's up, Dollar? What's going on, bro? I appreciate you more than you know. Hey, I appreciate you. You know what? It's a little early for your commercial, but I had it on the reel, and I just let it play, man. Don't forget, Dollar More. Hey, you can dial more, you can dial a shovel. Just, tune into Really Charlie Podcast, and I'll give you that information. I'll share it if you need it, but there's still plenty of time to do some yard work. Please use dial or more. Need that information, let me know, and I'll put it in the comment section. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to kind of get on the podcast, kind of chop it up with you right now. And my guest is Lexi Barros. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. I don't mind talking to y'all about many things, so we're going to just go ahead and do it. What's up, Frank Slaughter? How you doing? Michael Sumeo, I see you. Let's see what you got here, Frank. What you saying? Let me see. So this may be off topic, but a little follow-up on the West Point KKK scandal. From what I understand, that list is already completed. They're going to start working on some things. But as far as the West Point issue, I don't know what's up, Frank. If you have any details, let me know. My boy Michael, how you doing? We've been talking a lot lately. especially about our Boston Celtics and the little love triangle, the little misdeeds. But crazy things, man. What bothers me about the whole situation is we finally get this team where we need to be, players we need to have, and then this stuff happens. So I don't have I have a glass roof, so I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. However, as a fan, I'm very disappointed, and they need to fix that. My opinion is just get a new coach, Frank Vogel, get him in here, let him take care of business, and Coach Udoko, he can go, he can hit the road. Like him, but there's no place for that. He needs to go. All right, KP, I hope you get my message, man. In your inbox. Check it out. All right, Frank. This Saturday afternoon, I spoke with our elected officials, Congresswoman Dina Titus, Office Congresswoman Susie Lee. The plaque is coming down. I'll let you know when it's completed, hopefully with pictures. Thank you for all the support. Yeah, that's a must thing, man. That has to come down. Has to come down. Just think of all the soldiers in your family, whether black or white. I don't think they agree with that KKK symbol on the West Point walls of any building they have there. The honor of West Point is, bar none, one of the greatest accomplishments, institutions that we have in this country, and we don't need it tarnished by white supremacists. All right. So, hey, this week has been kind of crazy for me a little. It's not like I'm dealing with something that I never dealt with before, but I just want to talk to a lot of you as a friend, as a person. It's very hard for me to say yes. I mean, no, rather. I'm usually always trying to do whatever I can. Yes is usually my answer, or I'll try. I'll do that with my heart. I'll always try. And sometimes, people come up to me and they may need something. They may want something. May need to use me in any kind of way they can, whether it's a reference. There's one thing I really value, and that's my time. I'm retired, but I'm still working. So a lot of things I'm doing, and my time may be just being on social media. It's something that I like doing. So, and that's valuable to me because guess what? I'm above the mud. I'm alive. I'm breathing, and I'm trying to preserve and preserve all the energy that I have. So if you ask me something to do something and I go out and I go ahead and do some things for you on your behalf, and just be prepared that I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go 100%. I'm going to do all I can. I'm going to at least make an attempt to help you for whatever you're dealing with, whatever you want, whatever it is, and but you got to be on point. You got to be on point. You got to be ready. Remember, you're talking to me, Charlie Perry, and me, myself, my own personal things. Sometimes I delay, I procrastinate. I get that. But when it comes to other people, I'm going to be on point. So don't do things like that. Don't do things, come to me and make me waste my time. It really bothers me. And I can't have it, cannot have it. got too many things. I'm a papa, I'm a husband, I'm a dad. There's a lot of things. I'm a colleague. Um, there's so many things that I can be doing. But when you make me waste my time, oh my God, really ticks me off, because it's something I can do. I'll tell you what, if I wasn't doing something for you, or I was busy with something, and it could be just this on my phone, that's something I choose to do. That's something I choose to do. That's my time. You know what? I'm doing it. You know what? And I'm happy. I'm smiling. See, geez, that's me. It's what I like doing. So you may take me away from this or that, and I just can't have it. Um, can't have you waste my time. Really can't not do it. All right, let's see. Um, all right, let's check out a few things. Got a couple of messages here from my friends. Let's check them out. All right. Hey, my boy Michael, thank you. Little update. The panel calls for the removal of the KKK plaque at West Point Military Academy. This is as September 1st, 2022. Let's see. This article is coming from ABC News, and it's from Kiara Alfonseca. The plaque dedicated to the Ku Klux Klan at West Point Military Academy has come under fire by a congressional panel dedicated to identifying and advising on the removal and renaming of Confederate-affiliated statues or buildings under the Department of Defense. The bronze-mounted marker bearing the words Ku Klux Klan below a hooded figure appears as one piece of a triptych at the entrance of the building on campus. The marker falls outside the task of the naming commission, which was established by Congress, since it is focused on Confederacy-related matters. However, the group said there are clearly ties in the Ku Klux Klan to the Confederacy and advised the Department of Defense to consider creating a process to remove such memorials. I do have a picture of it, but however, I do not want to give it the time of day and put it on my podcast. So the U.S. Military Academy Public Affairs Office said in a statement to ABC News that the triptych, I may be pronouncing that right, depicts the history of the United States. The middle panel titled "One Nation Under God, Indivisible" highlights a Ku Klux Klan member. Officials from the Academy said that the artist Laura Garden Fraser wanted to create an art that depicted historical incidents or persons that symbolized the principal events of that time, thereby documenting both tragedy and triumph in our nation's history. Bullshit. Oh, sorry, I said that. The Academy told ABC News that the set of panels also includes individuals who were instrumental in shaping principal events of that time and symbols like Tree of Life. All right, that's enough of that. So it's gone. It's going. See that? Frank's calling bullshit too. See, we are all calling bullshit. Bullshit. Laura, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. I don't care what you in tragedy. How about just murder? And murder is tragic. But it's just stop using all these other words. Tragedy. And guess what? Ku Klux Klan is murderers, plain and simple. And especially during, the slaves. There's definitely You know, people come and go, and slaves are disappearing. And I mean, how do you document that as a government? How do you follow? Someone's property. You can set anything. But these, it's just tragic, and that's enough of that. But AKA bullshit. So, well, I'm glad y'all are here, hanging out with me. And feel free, man. You want to talk about something? Let's do it. Frank says, I love it. Red salad of the most offensive kind. Awesome. Love that. First time I'm hearing that. So that's done, man. Good job, Frank Slaughter. My man. You know what? I'm glad you brought that to my attention because it just slipped by me. I wasn't aware of it. Definitely, I don't know why I missed it, and I did. And I'm glad you bring it to my attention, and we'll go from there. What's up? Michael says more visibility required to issues like this. Of course. Yep. Definitely got to pay attention, Sooner or later, we're going to have a problem here in New Bedford with a statue down here, just over the Fairhaven Bridge, a Prince Henry statue. Trying to get rid of that sucker. And you're hearing it from me, and I don't care who hears it. Doesn't belong here. Does not belong here. Could put a statue of Herman Melville up there, maybe a big old whale, call it Moby Dick. I don't care what you do. Even if you put a big whale there instead of the Prince Henry statue, guess what? That Moby Dick is positive. It will be something, a big white whale. We had one downtown for years in the middle of the mall, in a walking mall, when they redone Purchase Street. I don't care, just anything. New Bedford Light. New Bedford Light was talking about the statue that was down there, the Cuddy Hunt Ferry, down there, that fisherman's. I forget what it's called, man. My brain is fried today. Well, anyways, you can put that statue there, hang it up, put it there. And it's beautiful. It's got octopus, it got swordfish, it got, I believe, fisherman. It's got all kinds of things all over the place. Looks beautiful. Something that people would take a picture in front of. I never seen someone near the, well, anyways, that's near here or there. Excuse me. So, hey, I want to let you all know that I'm going to be going to the Fireside platform, which is owned by Mark Cuban of the Dallas Mavericks, the owner there. He started a platform called Fireside. So I had my two guests on here, Jill Cox Cordova and Anthony Tony Cordova. And they introduced me to Fireside, and man, I like it. Actually on it all the time. Different people on there, different shows, and they're talking about many, many things. And it's pretty cool, So I'm going to go on there. I'm going to go on Fireside. I'm going to actually, have my first podcast on the 28th on their platform. So I can't wait. I already tied into all my different pages, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm trying to, and Spotify, I'm going to have it on there. So you'll hear me live, and I can't wait. Could not wait to be on Fireside, and it's pretty cool. So feel free, add that Fireside. That's Fireside, just like, and put that in your phone devices, add it to it, and check it out, because the Really Charlie podcast will be on Fireside this coming week. All right. Frank Slaughter says, say it, Charlie. Say it loud, Charlie. Yes, I am, brother. Love it. And you say it loud too, man. You deserve 5 stars, man. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The so I had a little conflict on Facebook these past couple of days, and people just crazy, man. Um, there's one thing, I'm mild mannered. I try not to stir up things. Just try to be me, But I'm gonna tell it like it is, I got a few people out there that don't like me telling it like it is. Well, when I see you messing up, and I'm trying to tell you, go get some help. You need to go get some help, man, because I'm sincerely telling you it. I'm not telling it to mock you, but I think you need help. And sometimes when family and friends are trying to reach out to different people and they're not getting help, sometimes someone else needs to kind of repeat what they're saying. Hey, yeah, I think you're in bad shape. You need some help. So I did that this week, and I'm going to continue to do it. And talk your talk, bring your walk, bring your beef. I do not care. Bring it. I mind my business. But you can do what you want. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you need a kick in the butt, you need a kick in the butt. If you're slacking, you're doing the wrong thing, and I'm just trying to, hey, straighten it out. Straighten out. And some people don't like that. But I'm old school. I'm old soul. I'm going to say it like it is. That's what I should do. Other than that, I wouldn't be a good person if I just ignored situations, and not that I get in everybody's business. I'm just saying, if I care for you, I'm going to speak up on it, and I do care. I do care for people out there. If you're on my page, I care for you. If you're not on my page, I probably don't even know you, but really don't try to hurt people. However, I'm not a slouch either. I'm not gonna. Don't take my kindness for a weakness, and I just do my thing. Enough of that. So, football tomorrow. Can't wait. I don't know what about this season. This football season, it gets me all hyped up. And I love watching football. I'm actually really, really kind of watching the games on the red zone. It's a little bit more entertaining. However, I will watch the whole game of the Patriots. Whatever channel it is on, I'm going to watch that game and probably put the red zone on another TV in another room. But I do love football. I miss years ago. We used to put on a citywide football tournament with the area middle schools, and they would compete against each other. It was real nice. Really miss that. Wish someone would bring it back, especially the nice turf field we have there on Hathaway Boulevard in the old Keith Middle School. Be nice to organize that. And not just, we have a Pop Warner teams, but there are some kids that want to be out there and play some flag football. So that would be nice. All right. Wow. 25 minutes already we've been on this podcast. Can you believe it? 25 minutes. Time goes by, pretty quickly when you're on the podcast. And I really, really, I wish I can do this every day. I mean, I really do. I really like it. I'm watching more things on YouTube, listening to some podcast on Spotify, and Fireside that I just mentioned. I'm doing a lot of things like that. Let me see. I'm gonna try to share something. This is a good. I'll put this up anyways. Let's see here. Yeah, this is Lexi Barros. This is it's a merchandise site called LEXICON, and she's bringing out some new merchandise, and it's pretty cool. Nice T-shirts and different things, different hoodies, and and you could go on the site and pretty much order whatever you wish. There's catalog. Like I said, hoodies, tank tops, iconic symbols of basketballs, and just goes on and on. Very good stuff. One thing about me, it's I like wearing hoodies. It's now hoodie season. It's a funny thing. I've seen Brian Magnet, he posts a reel or something talking about it's hoodie season. And the funniest thing is, I gotta break out. I broke out a few of them already, but there's one thing in this household: we got a lot of them. I have no problem wearing a hoodie in the fall. And, right. Feel free, throw a subject in that comment section. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Feel free to tune in to WMB1 Radio. Add WMB1 Radio on your devices, on your Android, Apple. Put it in your browser. Myself and Russell Ramus are on 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, playing R&B music. And I love it, particularly the old school. I really do. I do like playing it. Let's see. Hold on one second. What you got here, Mike? Who do you have coming up as guest on your podcast? Michael, I got a few new authors from particularly the Georgia area, and that was coming from some of my past guests, and they're gonna come on and bring out some information and talk about their new book. There's quite a few of them. I also have there's a young poet in California. I'm gonna get her on here. It's called I believe it's Miss Mish. I'm gonna get her on here, or Mish. And have her, maybe have an open mic and recite some of her poetry. But a lot of up and coming authors. It's great. It's great. I love to see people writing their stories or they're brainstorming different things and put it in books. And so a lot of that is coming up during the month of October and November. The list is pretty full. The list of names that I have is crazy. Could take me to the 1st of January. It looks like I may possibly go to 2 days out of the week because the list is getting big, and I don't want to put people past 2022. I want to make sure that we hear their story, and feel free. And let me throw this idea out. Miss Miss Meets. That's there it is, right there. Thank you. So my podcast on Fireside is coming up on the 28th. This is my topic is, would you write a letter to someone, an old-fashioned letter? We're going to talk about that. And it's something I would do, take out a pen, paper, and just write a letter to someone. That old school stamp on it and send it out to them and have them read it. And one of the things that I think that was good for me is even writing a letter to someone that passed away. Where sometimes we can sit alone and you can kind of just chill out and just talk to someone through prayer, or just if you do pray to people, there's you can do that, or just talk in up to the sky or in the corner, whatever, and just kind of talk to them. But the one thing I like about writing is that you can just write any particular subject. Just go ahead and how you feel, you kind of stick with the emotions. So that's what we're going to talk about on Fireside. So please join me. That would be nice to see all of you on there. Commenting, but just add the app to your phone, and you're really gonna be impressed with it. And feel free to go on it now, and just check out the different creators. There's and the fire starters, as we call them. Just check them out. The different things that they talk about. Amazing, And feel free if you have. If you can get on there and on different shows and kind of voice your opinion on a particular subject. Sometimes it's mediation, if it's some cooking shows, sports shows, and it just goes on and on. My former guest that I had just a couple of weeks ago, Jill and Tony Cadoa, they're a nice husband and wife team, and they go on it. And the title of their show is called I'm Right, with a period, and an I'm Right with an exclamation point. So, and they go back and forth and talk about many, many things. This past week, it was like, when is it the right time to shut up or be quiet? All depends. Some people don't like to be told to shut up, but be quiet. When is the right time? But my topic will be, would you write someone a letter? Now, texting is something that we all do. We do that. Text, how you doing? Like you may go into something and just kind of send it out that way, or an email or whatever. But I just want to see how many people would do that, would write a letter. Have you noticed that your handwriting's getting a little sloppier because you haven't wrote in a long time? You haven't handwritten anything out for a long time? So some people may write only a short letter. But me, as I get going, I can write a pretty long letter. So, all right, everyone. Yeah. Guys, a little quiet. Oh, man, what? Frank, I see you, man. What's this? How about our Las Vegas Aces world champion, first pro team in the history of Vegas? That's applause. Even though they beat Connecticut, that's a great achievement. And could you think about Vegas? They're getting some teams, and they're no slouches. They're very, very strong, and they have a strong admiration for a lot of their teams. UNLV, remember when they were UNLV was just outstanding. Nice basketball team. Was it Mark Anthony, Larry Johnson, a few others, and that team was great. But there's one thing that Vegas brings us, is the fight game. You know, as Frank says, the fight capital of the world. It's, you know, it just non-stop. And I'm glad for Vegas. I'm glad that they can go and now they can hang a championship banner in that city. It's well deserved. There's no such thing as a bad time in Vegas. You know, it's always been a good trip for me when I went there. I've been there twice, and love it. You know, so thumbs up for Las Vegas Aces. Great win, great team, entertaining. Definitely lights out when it comes to playing a game of basketball. So I'm really happy for them. And Connecticut will be around. They will be around for a while. Nice young team. So these two teams may be going at it for a while. Chicago kind of fell off. You know, that was my early season prediction that, you know, Chicago would end up winning the championship in the WNBA. And they fell short to the Las Vegas Aces. Awesome. It was unheard of only a decade ago to have a pro team because of the influence of gambling, but now that gambling is everywhere, it's a mute topic. Exactly. It's kind of you know, gambling was like, oh, don't do it, no gambling. You know, it's just you know, it was just that taboo thing. You didn't do it, but guess what? When you look around, everybody's doing it. Legally, illegally. In some cases, always illegal. You know, and they were always kind of, you know, doing their thing, trying to get up, trying to get that big hit. So I'm glad they have like DraftKings. I'm glad they got FanDuel and all the other things. Thank God. Yep. State of Massachusetts finally waking up to have some sports gambling in this state. So things are slowly, it's being allowed. But there's definitely one thing that I don't want to happen is to have the players betting on their teams. You know, I can't think of that NFL wide receiver. He's out for a whole year. I think he played for the Falcons. But he did a little bet, and it was in the off season, I think. I forget when it was, but, you know, he's suspended for a whole year. You have dreams and aspirations to making it to the NFL. And then you finally get there, you kind of get a little lax. So the NFL is it's not for everybody. And they got billionaires putting their money up. And you're a millionaire being a role model. So guess what? You got to be a role model. Pay attention. You know, you got someone else's name on your chest or team on your chest. Got to behave. Got to do the right thing. May of the Boston Celtics, you know, guess what? You were on that sideline with a Boston Celtic warm-up. And guess what? They said, no, buddy, can't have that. You're going to go on a mini vacation. It's going to take you a year to come back. But truthfully, I don't think he's coming back. I really don't. Initially, I thought it was going to be harsh because I thought it was a little consensual. It was more consensual. However, it wasn't. It's a little bit more than that. So, in that case, we can't be doing that at work. You know, I can't be doing that at work. Plus, she's married. You know, you marry someone, be devoted to them. And like I said, I live in a glass house, man, so I ain't throwing those stones at nobody. However, my boy is gone, and he was doing some great things, great play calling, got that team clicking, pretty good. Love it. Frank Slaughter says it was on. All right, I read that one already. Sorry. Well, I want to go back to that. Good guys like Pete Rose. Pete Rose is out of. Can't get inducted to the Hall of Fame, but no one can ever question that man's heart. That man's heart was unbelievable. And the way he played baseball was unbelievable. And he made a mistake. I don't think he should be out of the Hall of Fame. He should be more like in it. Remember the college scandal in the 1990s. So many things. Frank, I don't remember that, but I do remember that NBA ref he was gambling on the games, and even some games that he was actually reffing, which is kind of crazy. And but this is great, and I'm nice and comfortable here. As you guys see, I am in my dining room. I'm usually upstairs doing my thing, but I've been bringing it down here. As you see, everything's a little bit brighter. I'm a little bit comfortabler. Got a nice high seat, high table, and it's a little bit better and cooler up here, down here rather. So I like having my podcast right here at this dining room table. All right, let's see, got a message here. Let's see. Operation Flagrant Foul. Let me bring this up here. Let's bring this up here. I got a nice video here. Let's see. All right. Let's see, you guys see that? Here we go. Let's check it out.
When you're hired into the league, you think everything is done based on the rules, how they're written in the rule book. And you quickly learn if you're going to survive, that's not the way things are done. I started to understand the game within the game of the NBA, and I'll give you an example. I was in Philadelphia, and I'm refereeing Sixers Bulls. They were cracking down on a spin move that they wanted the officials to call traveling. And Michael Jordan does the spin move, and I make the call.
Michael on the block, travel.
Phil Jackson comes flying off the bench, and he starts giving me. And I say, wait a second, Phil. You know as well as I do, that's the spin move that they're telling us to call. And he said, they may want that play called, but they certainly don't want it called on him. And he pointed at Jordan, who walked by and just stared at me. I got in the locker room. The other referee said, they want that call, but don't call it on him. The way David Stern structured the league, we as officials knew that it was better to treat the star players better than others. I just wanted to be the best referee and advance up the ladder. And I saw the way guys that were in the NBA Finals handled the game. They didn't call fouls against the stars, and they were well respected. These people that pay thousands of dollars to sit courtside here, they didn't come here to see Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal sit on the bench. They came to see them play.
Got that right. Interesting. And it's true. It's so true. You want to see them play. We look at sports for the escape. Yes, I do. And I enjoy every season. I enjoy hockey. I was actually going to once get a Bruins jersey. I said I would get it, black and gold jersey. And on the back of it, I was going to put Black Fan. Yeah, hockey. Actually, I like a hockey game when I'm there, especially collegiate. The collegiate games that are here in Bedford, between the D2 and D3 hockey teams. I love it. Love going in there, get a nice hot chocolate, and kind of watch it. Some young boys get hemmed up against the glass. It's real nice, real exciting. All right. Well, everyone, it's 45 minutes already. And I am so happy that you joined me. So happy that you interacted with me. And here, you know what? Every Wednesday I'm gonna be on. And I'll chop it up with you just like we did just now. Have some guests hang out with us, highlight what they're doing. And I'm sorry that Lexi couldn't make it, but she's doing her thing, and don't know what type of schedule she is, playing some basketball. So, she has a business. So her business is called LEXICON. Please check it out, look it up, Google it, and go from there. Great day here on the Really Charlie podcast. You can join me on the Really Charlie podcast. It's brought to you by StreamYard, as you see in the upper right-hand corner. Brought to you by StreamYard, Anchor, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And now, Fireside. I will be on Fireside on Wednesday, the 28th, at 7 p.m. Please join me. Put the Fireside app on your phone, whether it's Apple or Android. Please, and join me, on the topic of would you write someone a letter? And that's what we're going to talk about for probably about 30 minutes to an hour. Can't wait. It's going to be my first one. And I will bring it to you through YouTube on the Really Charlie channel. All right. All right, everyone. I'm going to end with a couple of my songs. My favorite song by Lionel Peter Walker, the recipient of the Really Charlie Sunshine Award that is coming up. I am going to be nominating someone for that award this year. Lionel Walker was the first recipient, and now number 2 is coming up. I'm kind of got a decision pretty much what I'm going to do. However, if you have someone or know someone that's making people's lives brighter around them, they're out and trying to make people's lives much, much better, let me know. I would like to give them an award. And that's what I'm about. The award is nice. It's a nice glass clock, and it's real nice. Goes nice on the end tables or on the shelf, wherever you may want to put it. But it's definitely really decent awards that you get for your good works, good deeds, which is actually made by Chadrick's Awards in Fairhaven, Massachusetts. So I got to talk to my boy Dave and get that award out. Like I said, I do know someone that is probably going to be the second recipient of the award, but feel free to get back in touch with me, and if you want to recommend someone else too. All right, everyone, have a great night. I am going to go back and watch my show, Down East Stickering, with my boys from Maine and their little hustle and their little game, Going to kind of watch that and get on the TV and check it out. So enjoy your day. God bless. Life is short. Appreciate who's around you. You know what? Tell someone you love them. Let them know you love them. All right. There we go. Wait, there's one more comment before I go. I don't want to leave anybody undressed. Yeah, take care, Frank. I see you, man. Take care. Everyone, take care. This was fun. I'm very, very happy with this podcast tonight. All right, let's see. Here we go. God bless y'all.
It's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass.